welcome to another episode of the Tori Creates podcast. My name is Tori, and welcome to my little side of the interwebs. It's episode 71, and it is a beautiful sunny Saturday, April 6th. And yeah, I come from about half an hour south of Madison, Wisconsin. With our little home with my husband and 2 cats and a dog. And yeah, I am just over here creating all of the things. Normally, this is a knitting and crochet podcast. This episode is only going to be crochet because if you were here for my last episode, I mentioned that I am working to start an Etsy shop. And I'm excited to announce that all of my paperwork officially came in yesterday. So hopefully I can launch this thing in the near future. It'll be under the name ToriShaffnerStudio. I'll see if I can put the official logo over the top here. And I will be selling on Etsy. For now, I will only be selling in the United States just because I've never shipped anything before and I just want to keep it manageable. And yeah, so I will be getting listings up there, but yeah, that is about to launch, hopefully in the next week or two, depending on what I need to do to get it going. But with that being said, I have a lot to share. It doesn't look like a lot, but trust me, it's a lot. It's a lot of little things. This is crammed full of stuff. I've been making a bunch of stuff. So I have an awful lot of finished objects. So let's get into it. None of these have been made in any particular order, and some of the things that I showed on my last podcasts are on the bottom of this pile. So actually what I'm going to do today while we go through things is set aside the things that I crocheted that I'm just going to hold on to because I feel like the standard isn't where I'm at for quality, or you know, maybe I designed it and I want to keep the first one for now as a prototype. So without further ado, we will start with the first pattern. I crocheted a tiny little chicken. This is actually the first one I crocheted. Sorry, the sun's kind of funky, so hopefully it'll focus. And I have a cat kicking. But I crocheted several of these. So this is the first one. This is mine. I call it my emotional support chicken. Technically, that is a pattern on Ravelry for a hand knit chicken. That's about this big. I've never made it. I can't speak to the pattern. This was a free pattern I found on Instagram. I think I'm going to end up just linking the patterns I mentioned in the description box below so that if I reference a pattern, I can say that who the maker was. Yeah, so I made one to start. This is going to be my little bit of, hey, this is stuff that isn't getting sold. And then I had so much fun crocheting this little guy that I made 4 more. Now these, I think at least 2 of them will become keychains. There we go. Squish, squish. Yeah, at least 2 of them will become keychains, I think. Keychains. Here, let me get a basket so I can put my finished ones. So 4 of these, probably keychains. The next thing I crocheted, this is actually the most recent thing, is I crocheted a little dinosaur. Is this a Stegosaurus? I don't remember. But I crocheted a dinosaur. I freehanded this. So I designed him myself. He's a little dinosaur. And then I proceeded to try and write down a pattern. As you can see, the second one I crocheted slightly bigger than the first one, which I don't really mind. But I'm thinking, I've got to tweak it obviously, but I'm thinking I will release this as maybe a free pattern on Instagram just to get, you know, traction rolling. Yeah, so I think I will end up parting with the second one I made. But the first one, which I winged freehanded, I will keep. Next up, I got into crocheting plants, as you do when you're a plant lover. And so I ended up winging several of these. So some of these you guys would have already seen, and would be these guys. If you are on my Instagram at all or Facebook, I put out a reel of me making one of these guys. And these are string of pearls, and I actually have 2 of them. Oops. So these will be going in my Etsy shop. Again, no pattern, just winged it. I think the string of pearls formula is pretty common if you do use a pattern, because it's just like baubles on a chain. But yep, I crocheted 2 hanging plants. You could use these in your car. I don't have them set up that way, but you could if you wanted to. Whatever you want to do, world's your oyster. So I've got 2 of these. Then I was trying out a different leaf style, and I made a Pathos. This was with my first leaf style, so you can see the leaf is more, I don't know, more solid like this. And this is a little Pathos plant. Then I decided to try a different leaf style, and I maybe put too many leaves on this one, but can you have too many leaves? I suppose you can, but I made another type of Pathos. This one is a very full Pathos, so I don't know if I'll try selling this guy or not, but it's got a different leaf style that I winged, so I came up with this leaf style. So I've got another very active Pathos, and I put a whole bunch on the plant itself. So another hanging Pathos. I don't know if this one might not be my favorite, but we'll see. I like the leaves the best, but I think I put too many on here, but I don't know, maybe somebody will love this. So I made one of these. Again, this was a winged thing. I didn't make it off of a pattern. So then let's see here. Some of this stuff you guys have seen, some of it you haven't. So like you would have seen, these are the whales I had made ages ago, which I will end up selling these guys. This is that Triceratops I had made and showed last episode. I didn't make another one of these because I found a pattern I liked better. I'll keep that one. Let's see. You'll recognize this guy I made. And then I really haven't made any small things again, so I will have bookmarks to list, like I had mentioned earlier. And if they do well, I can make more. I'll have my little earrings that I made. That'll end up listing. Maybe not right away because I need to design packaging for them and put them on findings. But I'll put those on there. So I had shown you the octopi I made, and I only put one on a keychain. I think I'll put the other one on a keychain. So this guy now has a keychain. So he'll go in the shop, and I think this guy will also get a keychain. And then from the dinosaurs, you guys saw this guy. I don't know if you saw the bubblegum one I crocheted. I ended up doing a reel on this, so I don't remember if it ended up in the last podcast or not, but I also crocheted what I ended up dubbing a bubblegum dragon. Everything since the plants, I should say, are patterns that I followed. So none of these are my design anymore. But got a little bubblegum dragon. Crocheted him. Then we'll go on to the next one. I crocheted a whole bunch of Triceratops. I found a different pattern that I like a lot better. So I've got this little guy. I've got this little guy. And I've got this little guy. And for sure one of these is going to get a keychain on it. Then I found a pattern for gummy bears. So I made 3 gummy bear keychains. So I've got a little gummy bear, and another gummy bear, and one more gummy bear. So I've crocheted 3 gummy bear keychains. Whoops. And I know I said I wasn't going to do keychains, but I found some on Amazon that were reasonably priced, and I decided for these smaller ones, it probably just made more sense to turn them into keychains anyway. So, gummy bears. Then, this guy won't sell because he didn't turn out as well as I had hoped. I made a tiny little turtle. I since found a different pattern I like better that I will use instead. So, I crocheted him. He didn't turn out the greatest. That's okay. I also found a bunny because it was Easter. Again, I crocheted him. I don't know if I'd make him again. He's kind of cute. I think he'd turn out better in that stuffy yarn. So I made a bunny. I don't know that I'll sell him. For now, I'm not going to. I was helping my friend learn how to crochet amigurumi or stuffies. So I crocheted a cat along with her. So I crocheted a little cat. TBD if I'm going to sell it or not. I don't know if I'll sell this one yet or if I'll make another one and sell it. I kind of like this one, but on the fence. I did find this little cat, which my husband's not a fan of. I thought it was cute, so to each their own. It's just a little like loaf cat almost. And this one I've got on a keychain. This one I want to put a keychain on, but I kind of view these as like almost like illustration cats. I don't know how to explain it. They're very simplistic cats. And I just really like them. I've got a burgundy one and a black one. So those will be going in the shop. I made some bees because bees are popular, and these actually turned out really cute. So I made a couple bees. As you can see, one of them is on a keychain. And one of them is not. But I think they turned out super cute. It's hard to figure out where the sun is versus where it isn't. But yeah, I made 2 bees. I made a chameleon. So I found a pattern for a little chameleon. I think he's cute. So I made one of those. And then last but not least, because we've only been here for 20 years, I've crocheted several what I call Moonflower turtles. So this is actually the first one I made. And it's a turtle, like a sea turtle with a flowered shell and then a spiral design through the center. So I've got one Moonflower turtle. And I made this guy, so a green body and then the same shell with the almost like a sunflower petal, and then the spiral center. And then the last one I have is another green with a light blue shell and then a slightly different color petal. So I've made a whole bunch. So this for sure is all stock that will be eventually being listed in my Etsy shop. Maybe not all at once. We'll see how much I list and what I list to start. But keep an eye out for that because there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff in my Etsy shop, and I am continue to make. And then, like I said, there might be a few other things that end up getting listed along the way if everything works out. If it doesn't, oh well. We're just going to try it. But yeah. So I have made that entire bin full of stuff. So I have not been idle. I've been making all the things. And I know I sped through it pretty fast. And when you look at it this way, this is all I've made in this bin. But I haven't crocheted anything with plushie yarn yet. And those automatically come out larger. I do have some from a previous project that I'm going to make a few items out of. So this stuff is that plush chenille, soft, almost blanket yarn. And I'm definitely going to make a few things out of that since my colors are super limited and I don't want to go out and buy any yarn for this adventure just yet because I need to hopefully make some money first. I'm going to use the colors I have and I'll make a couple things and see how they do. But otherwise, everything else here is just made out of, it's all going to be 100% acrylic. Some of them have safety eyes, some of them don't. And then they are stuffed with polyfill. So, yeah. All handmade by me. Some patterns by me, most by other people, which I will, if I sell it, they're all patterns where the designer said, absolutely, you can sell my product. Just, list the pattern in your listing that you used. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, that's really what I've been doing. The only work in progress I have is, this doesn't look any good because I'm going to redo it, but I was trying to figure out how to crochet a Venus flytrap, and I've come to the conclusion that it's not going to look like a real one. I got to do the cartoon one. So this guy, I don't know. He may go in timeout for a while, but I was trying to crochet a Venus flytrap because Justin suggested it. But other than that, that's really, I have been in the long haul of crocheting a lot of critters. I've been reading, I've been playing Animal Crossing, I've been doing paperwork to get this off the ground, and then we've just been working a lot. So, yeah, this is going to be a shorter episode, but hey, this is going to happen finally, which is exciting. But yeah, otherwise it's been pretty chill here. We're sick of snow and I'm ready for spring. I've got seedlings started that honestly I need to repot some of them today or tomorrow. We'll see. And yeah, it's just been a production line over here. I'm excited to move into this new venture, hopefully make some more reels. Because when you don't follow templates and you just do your own thing, it's a lot more fun. But yeah. It's just me and the cats. I'm rambling. It's going to be a short episode, so hey, there you go. If you liked this, feel free to like the video, subscribe, share the video with your friends and family, comment below. I'd love to hear from you, or if you've got any ideas for things you want to see in the shop, let me know. Like I said, we're starting out small. Hopefully we can have a little bit of success over time. I'm not expecting anything crazy. And again, this is not a full-time job, so, you know, we'll put out what we can put out. This is just a side gig for me. And I like it that way. It's nice. There's not all that excess pressure. So we're just going to do that. Yeah. You can find me on Instagram as Tori Schaffner. I am putting out content there, and I'm going to try to build, if I build anything, I'm going to build it there. I do cross-post to Facebook. Although that's mostly family and friends see that, but I will cross-post to Facebook. So I'm on there as Victoria Schaffner. I do still have a blog at woolymastodon.wordpress.com. I haven't really been updating it since different branding. It's still there. It's not going anywhere. But I haven't really been updating it. Etsy shop will be ToriShaffnerStudio. And once that is up, I will let everybody know and I'll put out a link. So you'll be able to find that link on Instagram. I will cross-post to Facebook. I'll try to remember to upload or update the show notes here so you can find that once it launches. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. And yeah, I think that's everything. If I forgot something, let me know. I really haven't updated Ravelry with all this stuff at this point. I'm not sure if I will or not, because trying to keep Ravelry updated with all of the things I crochet for the shop seems a little excessive. Maybe I will put a like a pause and do like a group photo on Ravelry and be like, shop update 1, shop update 2, so I can share, like keep a memory on there of what I've crocheted, but also not try to keep every individual one on there. I think that'd just be too much. But yeah, with that, I've been rambling. I hope you have a wonderful couple weeks. I hope to be back in a couple weeks, depending on schedules and everything and how much I actually have to show. And hopefully with an open Etsy shop. We shall see. But I hope you have a wonderful couple weeks. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.